I'm running for one reason and one reason only. I see the province that we live in, that I grew up in, and I see its decline. Ontario used to be the engine of the Canadian economy. It was number 1 out of 10 provinces in economic growth and opportunity. Today, the next generation, I want to ensure that they have the same opportunities that I did growing up. And Ontario retains that status so we can have a more prosperous society and be able to look after the people that we need to look after. And we have the money for the social services to provide for these people, be it hospitals or affordable housing. We need to make childcare more affordable in this province. There's the whole major issue in this campaign and this election is really about the affordability crisis in Ontario. One of those major issues is childcare. I know how expensive it can be having 4 girls of my own, raising them and having that childcare. The PC party has a plan in place which is going to help everybody from lower income to higher income. It'll be a sliding scale, so it'll be more advantageous for people in the lower income brackets where it should be, but it'll also help those that are higher on the scale as well. And it's flexible. It's going to be able to offer the tax credit for live-in caregivers, but also babysitters and licensed daycare providers. So it's got flexibility, which will allow working families to continue working and find the option that best meets their needs. The PC party knows that hydro has been mismanaged in this province for a long time, and we have a plan in place to address that. So we are going to offer a 12% cut to hydro upon being in government. And we're going to be able to do that by canceling some of the pre-existing contracts that may be pre-construction stage where there is no penalty, as an example, but also by returning the dividend that the government receives back to the ratepayers of hydro. That will help them alleviate this bill so people don't have to choose between heating and eating. It'll also help attract businesses back to Ontario, where a lot have left because of the high hydro costs. Unfortunately, debt is a major problem in Ontario. Ontario has more debt than any subnational, meaning not a national government, in the entire world. So we have more debt in Ontario than California. Our children are going to be burdened with this debt for decades. It's very unfortunate. If we ran our family finances or businesses the way the governments run theirs, people would be bankrupt, people would be out of business. We need to get on track. We need to tackle this debt so our next generation isn't mortgaged away. So we're going to get on that right away as a PC government. The Auditor General has looked at the government books and has suggested that the debt is significantly higher than what the Liberal government is suggesting it is. We also have many partisan ads that the Liberal government is running on TV and over the internet, no longer under government scrutiny. What happened several years ago was the Liberal government, frustrated with the Auditor General, eliminated their power to oversee the government in terms of running their advertising. Much of this advertising is simply partisan advertising, suggesting the Liberals are doing a great job in power. We are going to restore that accountability. We are going to restore the Auditor General's powers to oversee government. We're going to bring accountability and transparency back to government. In the business world where I came from, accountability and transparency were paramount. We need to bring that to government. The education is critical to Ontario's future. I certainly know that, having 4 kids in the school system here in Ontario. And I can tell you there's a major skills shortage. I've talked to people in the staffing industry, I've talked to economists, I've talked to business people. There's a huge skills shortage right now in high technology, but also on the flip side in the skilled trades. So very divergent areas, yet there's tremendous skills shortage here. We need to prepare Ontario for the future. The future is coming quicker than we think, and we are going to have the biggest transformation in our society in the next 20, 30 years that we have ever seen. Ontario must be prepared for that. We've got to be on the leading edge in terms of high technology, computer programming, artificial intelligence, environmental engineering. These are going to be key areas that are going to lead Ontario and make us competitive in the future. There's much more we need to do and work with our schools to make sure that we're ready for this. People are fed up. That's what got me into my interest in public service and getting involved in my community and helping Oakville and this great province of Ontario. There's a lot that people can do. They can get involved by volunteering on our campaign. They can get involved by participating in various debates that we have in the community. But most importantly, on June 7th, we need you to go out and vote. We need voter participation here in Oakville and across the province of Ontario so you have your voice heard.